there's a picture of Carl naked in front of it.
No, not that. Doesn't have to be that one. Well, that
What
one
is going on in your flat, bro?
Darius, this might be a little reality check.
Yeah, man. I think that you're going too deep.
What?
You're going too. You're too involved in the bit. You've committed too much. We were fucking each other up the arse because it's so funny.
Yeah, I got a bum hole.
So what?
Yeah, I got a bum hole.
That's hot.
Yeah, I got a bum hole.
So tight.
Yeah, I got a bum hole.
That's right.
And welcome to yet another episode of the Three Speech Podcast. I'm a mad lad, a jihad, joined today by Mr. Jussie Peanuts.
Aight.
And the boffin, Mr. Ollie Horn.
What up?
And just before we came on air, Ollie was viciously and relentlessly bullying Justin.
I know.
So I don't want to hear that again,
no,
Ollie.
man.
No.
It wasn't cool.
No.
But you would just bully Justin about his grey hair.
Yeah.
So look, if you
And
get
dolls.
and yeah, that's what
And
you were
stupid.
saying. Was very and you
And got ugly.
and you mocked
shoes
his lower income upbringing
Yeah.
because he didn't go to private
Didn't
school.
go to private school.
So
And
whatever.
he's got a Versace t-shirt.
Yeah,
Well, what? Yeah, because he's got no class, so he just bought a Versace couture t-shirt.
Russian dripping Balenciaga pants.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jussie's looking a bit. Jussie's got a pump on. Look at that thing there. Yeah, but show the left bicep.
Oh yeah, well, obviously I'm right-handed, and I always had a very good right bicep. But as you know, I had a catastrophic injury.
Yeah,
I've only got 2 bicep tendons in my right arm.
this might be the health episode because you were talking about something.
Yeah, you were going to get
Listen,
Zoe.
You know, this is my first time sat here as Leo's standing.
How do you feel? Say
I've
something.
been
Say a quintessential phrase Leo would
I've been
say.
given all the briefing notes. It's very easy. Trans women, I've got to mention them in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Why don't you put your headphones on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know someone...
Too much effort.
Someone...
Get out of breath.
Someone knows that I've known Leo for ages, and I gave a bit of a defense of Leo, and I said, look, I've known him for a long time, and he is, or at least he was, had loads of very reasonable opinions. And before I said, he dated a trans woman, someone suggested, he went, did he get his heart broken by a trans woman? Like that was
And his anus broken.
that was their rationale as to why he just won't,
Leo doesn't have a problem with trans women, does
No, he doesn't. No, but he's got a reputation of talking about.
I know, but that's
TV
the thing
news.
because no one actually listens to him. He doesn't actually have a problem with trans women. His actual
Oh,
problem.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
You've done a good job. To be fair, he's
Yeah,
done a
you've
good
done a
job.
good job being
That's
a
what
Leo.
Leo would want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Leo's most polemical stance for me is on Israel, but I don't want to dig into that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was funny. So
You think Israel and Palestine is
Oh,
funny?
wow,
Dead
wow,
babies
wow.
are funny.
No, I'll tell you what is funny. I was watching the newsagents, an interview with someone being really, really rational, giving some really deep insight into the conflict. And Darius, like, what are you watching? And I showed him, went, oh, this is awful. He said, this makes the conflict seem like really boring. We might even find a solution if we listen to people like this.
Basically, we watched a nuanced debate about Israel Palestine,
Yeah.
and it was so incredibly boring.
Of course it is.
It's what you want. You want the fucking ire and anger on both sides. That's exciting TV, baby.
That's why
Sorry to
World
the
War
people who
II.
lost their
World
lives.
War II. That's why World War II is the most popular one because it was very black and white, wasn't it? It was like they were the baddies and we were the goodies.
Yeah.
We
If
might-
you believe.
But we might not have been the goodies.
Well, you don't
Really?
know. But they did have skulls on their hats. That's the only thing that Mitchell and Webb
Oh, that's true.
sketched.
true.
It was like they did have skull and crossbones on their uniform. It was
Are
a bit of a giveaway that they're the baddies.
Are we the baddies? Anyway, so listen, let's go back to what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about. So you've had a debilitating bicep injury.
Yeah, that was years.
So
ago.
how does it affect? Is it rolled back down now?
Yeah, it's come back down. But I was in the gym today and I was bench pressing. I was checking my form, and my right arm is smaller than my left, but it's still stronger.
But I remember then it used to you had a big gap.
I had a
It
big
looks
gap.
normal
Yeah,
now.
it's coming down. Yeah.
How's
So
that? So it's reattached.
I've strengthened the other 2 by going back to the gym. I'm not supposed to be training. They said to me, don't train anymore. Because the one I did was my brachial, and it actually comes across. And if you're using a screwdriver,
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't. But you use a screwdriver like, using your fork. Real heavy day on the fork, mate.
Darius.
It slipped by. This is what you get for bullying him before the
You
podcast.
did bully me, and I'm upset about some of it. We're going to have to talk afterwards. But, your butter in your 5th crumpet. You start... No, but when I twist my arm... so
You would never have an uneven number of crumpets.
What?
You
Go
have
on.
them in 2s. Cause
I knew you'd have a
that's how you
fucking
post them.
How many
technique.
How many crumpets would you eat?
I reckon I couldn't get past 6
Oh,
crumpets.
fuck
I really
off.
don't. I'm bad with carbs now. That's why I'm interested in that Zoe thing. We'll come on.
I thought that's what you were on.
Yeah.
What's the stuff
No.
yours is doing now?
Oh, that's useless. That now. That did
You've
work.
eaten. You know what? Mooch ate through a heart bypass or whatever he had.
No, he had a balloon.
Gastric balloon.
Gastric
and you've
balloon.
eaten through this.
So these were these
Omzipam
like
or what it's called.
intraglutamate jabs, where basically it suppresses your appetite.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while it did work, but you do just normalize to it.
But you're eating your feelings.
Yeah, I got a lot of feelings.
Well,
I've told you to
I've
not
got-
have feelings.
yeah, they're bad
I've
for
said
you.
that before.
Men can't handle them.
I've got a buffet worth of feelings.
You have, yeah. All you can eat.
Yeah.
All you
Okay,
can
look
eat.
at me.
feelings.
I've got no feelings, baby. I've had zero.
Yeah.
Skinny.
No, but that's the thing. If you're not hungry but you're still eating, it's comfort. You're looking for comfort. What are you trying to eat away, mate? When you was at school, when you like,
No, at school I was always a bit chubby, but when I reached my teens, I was like playing sport. I'd play rugby.
what fucking sport were you playing?
Rugby. I played rugby. I was actually good at it. I
Only
was
You
like-
know, Ollie played rugby. Justin played rugby.
Only player at half time. He had a Terry's chocolate orange.
no. Oh,
That's too far. I'm gonna have to warn you, Justin.
Darius, get me
you are the
get me
fucking puppet
get me a beer
master.
because I'm feeling sad now.
This is like
And popcorn.
this is like the bloke in the fucking the bloke in the booth at the Punch and Judy show starts having a go at Mr. Punch. Oh no,
these are great.
These
Oh, no,
ciders.
mate.
are-
These are properly actually. To be honest, it's not me that's got these. It's Darius. So when you know that gig, the really good one that Keris now books in
yeah,
Cheltenham?
Dunkerton cider house.
Brilliant. So that's near to where my dad used to live.
Don't eat in the mic though. It's really.
And my
annoying.
dad loves cider, and so he absolutely loves this. And I don't know if you.
Yeah,
if you
these
ask
are
them-
organic
if you
ciders
ask them
from.
nicely from Dunkerton's, Cheltenham, and it's well worth going. Like they've got a big outdoor fire pit and stuff.
I've done
We're
it,
not.
I've done
We're
the
not.
gig.
burgers.
We're not
Hard, isn't
sponsored
it?
by them. By
Hard?
the way,
Do you not think? Well, like the setups, it's big and
That's
opening
Opening is fairly hard.
Opening is difficult. Well, it's not difficult, but
No, I
there's
mean
a
you just
bit-
got to bring a certain energy. You got to really,
Got to be good.
yeah, which
Yeah.
I was. So don't
No,
worry
no,
about
I'm not saying you weren't. I weren't there.
Darius,
That's not bullying.
wasn't
that's allowed.
bullying.
That's advice.
Yeah, that was advice.
That wasn't
how do you
anything
get into
regarding
ciders
your
if
weight.
you don't have a bottle opener?
Well, I thought
have you got keys?
Actually, I don't even have keys on me.
I have a bottle opener.
Where?
It's in my bag.
I'll give us that can. We'll do it with the can. We must be able to do it with that.
Ambrosia.
Here we go.
This is. Can you open mine for me as well, please, Dad?
I'm not opening yours, Chubbs. You've had enough.
I think.
Look at that.
I
Look
think
how
it.
strong I am.
I think it's.
Don't break the ambrosia.
Oh,
We're sponsored by them.
We're actually. Can I just say the guy that gave us the
This
CBD?
is so nice.
Paul.
CBD. They actually fucking do work. They're brilliant. I've had CBD from
Which one did you take?
the sour apples and the one
Oh,
with
the gummies.
Ashganawanda. I can't say.
Ashwagandha.
Fucking Rakunda forever, whatever it is. But,
Yeah.
No.
be careful. You're on thin ice after this week, son.
Go on. What happened? What did it do to you? The gummies?
Work.
I don't reckon you could bring yourself to beat me up. I don't reckon
I
you'd
don't
actually.
want to
be
beat
able
you. I
to do
love
it.
you, man.
That's
I
right.
love you. I
Wait,
love
wait,
you.
let's finish
I
the thing
love
about
you.
your muscles.
Well, let's watch them open.
It was actually a tendon. So I went to the. I'm not supposed to be training. They said don't train because if you lose another one, I
Yeah,
think I'll-
same.
Yeah, exactly. You were born without.
By the way, these are 7.5%.
Oh no.
They're so nice though.
I might end up
I
sleeping
shouldn't
in
really
here
be
again.
drinking-
They're really delicious.
Last time I drunk it,
No
it was
vaping.
on the junior podcast, and I ended up passing out.
It said
spending the night.
perfectly complements spicy foods like including curries. You wouldn't want that. Soft cheese like an organic Bath soft or a traditional English cheesecake. Look at that.
See his little face up when you read
Yeah,
all the
it's
food
food.
notes.
Go on. What were we talking about?
So they go to me. You must with that
Why not?
brachial tendon gone. You're at about 90%.
Wait a minute. This tastes like bacon.
I think
This
that might
tastes
be Ollie's.
smoky.
Oh,
I don't like that taste.
it's cloudy apples.
Yeah, but why does it taste smoky?
It's cloudy apple.
It tastes like rubra tea or
That's
whatever.
too sweet, but I will drink it.
I'll drink
That's
it.
applesauce, man.
Yeah, but I don't like. Yeah, fuck you, Dunkertons.
No,
Return.
if you
No.
like cider, this is
Also, this is really good for cooking with too. Like,
Yeah, but it's,
fuck's sake,
I'm
Ollie.
serious.
You don't do yourself any favours.
no, imagine cooking a pork chop and then I'm making a sauce out of that. I've done it. It's delicious.
I'm sure.
but why does it taste like that bacon kind
That's
of
like
thing?
real apple taste, isn't it? It's got the. I tell you that tastes like the apple skin. It's that.
It's not. It tastes like it's got that like weird smoke.
Do you know what I think this tastes a bit like? Have you ever had like cider from
hate that
Normandy, like
flavour.
North France?
Obviously not.
What the fuck?
Oh,
He's from Norwich.
that's like scrumpy.
That tastes like the skin, apple skin
This
to
isn't.
me.
To me, this tastes more refined than that. I used to drink at uni Old Rosie, which I,
I don't
think
want
was
that. I don't like it.
13%.
I'll drink it. I used to do the Strongbow 24 challenge.
What's that?
Me and my mate would get 24 case of Strongbows. Before it used to be cheap cider, didn't it? Because there was no tax on it. And then that fucking
What,
Bulmer-
cider had no tax?
cider was cheap, right? And then it got popular with
Special brew of it,
Bulmers and the other one, Magners. So then the government, like they do with diesel, everyone buys a diesel car, they put the fucking price of diesel
The
up.
CEO of Magnus came to my show at the Fringe.
I got banned from the Singapore
you
Comedy
did. Yeah,
Festival
yeah,
because of
yeah.
that.
I remember that.
Plugged right. So we used to get 24 cans of Strongbow, and room temperature, open one, put the rest in the freezer, and you had to drink 12 each before the last one froze.
Nice.
So as they get colder, they go down better. It's like a trick. The first one's horrible because it's warm.
Oh,
Then the
really?
next one's a bit cold. Then when you're about 10 in, you're like, whoop, and you get fucking smacked.
That's why ice cold beer's so nice. Do you notice that loads of the beer brands used to have it as extra cold? You know, with special taps. I think it's because you drink it quicker.
It's just nicer. Cold
It is,
cold
yeah.
beer's nicer. But then again, like weirdy big. There's a pub near me, and it's like always in the top fucking 10 camera UK pubs. It's the only pub in Norwich I don't like. Actually.
There's beer if you want it.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that?
Because we're having cider.
Okay.
I'll have a beer.
Yeah. I would have preferred the beer. But
it's-
if this is 7%, I'll drink this. I feel warm already.
I don't like that
Oh, that's-
bacon taste.
It doesn't taste like bacon.
It's got like that weird. Have you tried Roy Bra tea or Red Bush tea, whatever that?
It looks like
Well, the one that you just
rhubarb.
bought 100 of.
Yeah, disgusting. I bought it, then I thought I think I don't like this tea, and then I bought it and confirmed.
You only got it because it's got no caffeine.
To me, it tastes like apple skin, the skin of the apple.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But I wonder what organic cider means. I guess it means...
Organic apples, you fucking tit. What do you think it means?
Well, obviously it is that. No, but I wonder...
Well,
if-
obviously.
No, but because you know they make apple juice by not... Like, they don't squeeze the juice out of an apple. They use some enzyme, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they do. I think that's the science.
Do you
Is
know?
this- Is this good podcasting?
No. It's obviously it's going to be food and drink.
Tell us about
episode.
your. Tell us.
Darius?
That's a warning. You're on thin ice, Justin.
Would you not say if you had to list your hobbies on the CV? I know you would say food.
Ollie,
and
what
drink.
would be your right?
Specialist subject?
But
on
not,
mine.
only, but not
okay,
only
well,
that, professionally.
hold
I've started getting all this work because of food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday I was at a Malaysia event.
I made the look online. Google it. Every fucking promo shot of you got something in your gob. It's your.
That is true.
That's your
That is
thing.
true. That's true.
What would be your prison meal? Your
Dick.
death row meal? No, you get that already on the. But what would be a death row meal?
What country have I been arrested in?
Oh my god.
You can choose any. You can choose the country you've been arrested in, and the death row
So
meal.
are you saying that because you go? It would be a pad thai, but that only in only in Southeast Asia. That's the only.
No, because I bet in Southeast Asia they wouldn't bother giving you a nice meal to eat.
Well, obviously the rules of the death row meal are
Anything.
you can have anything.
Like the
Yeah, but they might not-
They'd fly it in from it, whatever you want.
It's that is the premise of the game. Real life, they wouldn't give it to
And
you.
are my friends involved? Like, can I bring?
No, it's a fucking death row
Why?
meal. You're about to be executed
You know
tomorrow for
what
being a
this
fat
game-
shit.
No, I know, but like, if it's a curry, I don't want a whole. I want to pick from everyone's, don't
Do
I?
you know how death row works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna get
Trying
executed.
to scam more food. Would it be like the Birmingham 6 and there's 5 other meals I could sort of dip into?
Yeah, tapas.
You can order 5 curries.
Yeah, you can order whatever you want. It's an unlimited budget.
I actually don't know.
What this is it? You got to think about it. What's yours, Justin? Have you got your death row meal?
Yeah, it probably would. I think my curry might be up there. A curry with bread. I can't eat naan bread, but I'm gonna die. I probably like a garlic.
Probably,
you know what?
probably
Actually,
carbs
that's
in
a
you.
good point. I'd probably have stuff that I've been scared to have.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
puffer-
No,
like
tomorrow.
pufferfish.
I haven't got to worry about.
Puffer-
Yeah.
that'd take the piss out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if it's disgusting?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because you only eat food that you hope's nice, so you'd have it again.
Maybe I would eat. That's a good idea. I'd eat something poisonous.
Yeah.
You got it. So then I'd die and they don't get to kill me. Ha! I win.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah,
like-
I take that away from
But I
them.
thought that was where you were going with.
no. I mean, like I was.
Wouldn't you be eating a pufferfish be considered cannibalism?
I was offered pufferfish in Japan, and I didn't take.
Fugu.
Yeah, fugu. That's right. And I
That's
did.
right.
How do you know that?
The Simpsons, obviously. The
Oh,
only
are you
reason.
one of the- is
The
one of
only
the-
reason anyone knows that reference.
Yeah.
He's one of them people that
Ah.
doesn't understand that anyone else can know anything except him. How do you know that? How do you know
No,
it?
but I mean, but fugu.
How do you know it?
Fugu's the Japanese word. I thought you'd have to know Japanese to know the Japanese word for pufferfish.
Fugu.
Well, I know Japanese words. Migi, hidadi, konnichiwa.
Right, hidadi's not a word. You
It
just
means left and right.
no,
Migi, hidadi means left and right.
no,
Yes,
it
it does.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
What does it
Hidadi means left. You said hidadi, which is something you've learned from porn.
No, it's not.
You just said daddy, not daddy.
Just to clarify for listeners, Ollie lived in Japan and he also speaks fluent Japanese. to certify his
One of them-
anime.
one
Do
of
you speak fluent Japanese?
yeah, it actually
one
really
of the more
is.
toxic parts of my personality.
It's funny when you see
Girls think it's a red flag. They really
Okay,
do.
say something. Say this side is.
Oh no, he's really good.
I could say anything. I
He's
could do
good
this
at Spanish.
podcast
He
in
can speak
Japanese.
Spanish.
We'll speak to you in English and you answer in Japanese.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
What's your favorite food for your death row meal?
Fugu. I can do that.
Yeah, easy.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
English. Do it in Japanese.
Yeah, what's souffle in Japanese?
ものすごく選べる国ですね。
Stop being racist
You
towards
should be
trans
doing the
women.
accent.
Well, this is the mad
He's
thing.
doing the accent.
This
I
is the
don't know
mad
if that's
thing.
okay.
You don't sound good in Japanese unless you commit to the accent. And actually, when I'm I learned Japanese. Like,
Speak Japanese and then do it with the accent and without the accent so we can listen.
Do Cockney Japanese.
Okay.
So say in Japanese.
Okay. 昨日ですね、日本人に、まあ日本人と日本語で話しましたが、
Say like and subscribe in Japanese.
oh my god! In fact, what did the YouTuber say for that? 登録といいねよろしくね。そう登録といいねよろしく。It doesn't sound right.
Let's fight
Right.
in
もし
love.
僕は日本語をこのアクセントで話したら、日本人のように
Do you know
聞こ
what?
えない。
I'm going to
What
say, and
accent's that?
respect you
That's
for being able to
English.
speak it, but that learning Japanese seems like a colossal waste of time to me.
Total waste of time.
Why?
Because no one
I thought
speaks
Japanese is
It's
a good
you-
language. to
The only
learn.
thing is, so yesterday I
it.
was
No, you're thinking of Chinese. They're going to take over.
Yesterday I emceed this event at the Excel Centre, and I was on the Malaysia stand because that's what I was working for. But next to them was the Japanese stand, and I thought I've got to use my party trick. And there were some people from Fukuoka where I used to live, so I went up and I just went, "What you selling?" And it's like good for that reaction.
Soiled schoolgirl knickers.
What was the reaction?
Well, they just like.
That's racist.
No, it's not. That's
That was
exact-
just a noise, weren't it?
Well, that's what the noise they make.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not racist.
Bing
It's
bong.
not racist.
Ooh.
It's,
That's racist.
no, it's not. Why is it? No, but that is another point. That it's not racist if you get it. Like if it's accurate, it's not racist.
Oh, I don't know about that. Have you
Yeah,
been
no,
to
I-
Japan then?
I lived there for
in
4 years.
Japan.
All right. So have you been to like where they dropped the bombs?
Yeah.
Why is it all like good? It's not. I think nuclear bombs and they're myth. They're not real. Have you
Oh
heard
no,
this conspiracy?
no, I'm sure it's true.
It's all grown back.
And
Well,
no,
I saw
and you
Fritz,
can-
and it was like 10 years down the line, it was still a desert. So how's it?
Yeah.
How has it recovered?
because they spent loads of money, and I've met survivors.
How do you spend money to get rid of radiation? I know you've met survivors, but
Because radiation has a half life, right? Like the 15 years after nightmare, but like the half life.
But why would you stay there? You just move.
Well, what's the city like now?
Oh, let's clip that and put that in the context of Israel Palestine, shall we? Why would you stay there? Just move. Is that easy? Is it? You just move? Is it?
Is it just that?
Is that easy?
No,
Is it
that's
just
a
you don't-
country?
you
I'm
just
talking about
move,
a
is it?
city within a country, dickhead. It's
You
a
can
city
move to
within
another
yeah,
You
you
just
can
called
move-
me a dickhead.
Yeah, I did. That's nice. That was nice. That's affectionate.
It's actually one of the nicest things you've got for your day.
No, but the thing is, like, I've seen this thing where it's like they reckon it was just a big bomb because if you know where
No,
they
it's not.
You
It
don't
really wasn't.
he knows everything.
No, honestly, because
Have you seen there's
you
an
see
ana-
photographs
but
of people
there's
that
an
jumped
ana-
into the
there's-
river. This is the sad thing, right? They felt like they were on fire because of the radiation.
Napalm
poisoning.
does that, mate.
Fuck's sake.
I'm
Go
not
on,
saying they
tell
weren't a
me.
bomb.
I'm
but-
listening. Go on. Say about what happened in jumping in the river.
I honestly didn't think that there would be the day that I defend the Hiroshima bomb. happening.
I'm just saying I've seen conspiracy theories about nuclear weapons are exaggerated. They're just bigger bombs.
Well,
And
they are
Hiroshima-
bigger bombs.
Yeah, they are, but
But a bomb is still a bomb.
no.
Have
but
you seen? There's an anime called Barefoot Gen, and they've animated like what the nuclear explosion was like. And there's a one like scene. It's like particularly gruesome and famous, and it just basically melted people.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Bombs
Honest,
are
I
horrible. All war's horrible.
Yeah, but
I defy.
nukes a bit. They killed like
well, why is it?
in one go
actually-
more than like the whole.
Yeah, yeah,
a big bomb would do that.
No, but also the other thing is, it's like the survivors are fucked for life, right? You know, their skin is.
Racist. That's just what they're like, mate.
You can't say that.
Well, you have said it.
Also,
You
I,
said it.
I, I defy anyone to go. It's called the Genbaku Dorme, right? There's
What's that?
Bakugan.
There's a building, right, which miraculously still was standing.
Has it got a
after
snack bar?
Right, Darius,
Stop interrupting, Justin. You're being annoying.
and tell him yes, there was a snack bar.
Yes, there was a snack bar.
So there's a building. I think it was just like a government building that has a dome that miraculously was still stayed standing after everything else was basically demolished. So they kept that as a memory of the bomb. It's called the Genbaku Dorme, and next to it is the Peace Park, and there you can meet. I wonder if you can now. When I went, it was about 10 years ago. But you can meet survivors. Yeah, I guess maybe a few would still be alive. But I defy anyone to go to that museum. And look, no doubt the museum is very politically
They
charged.
have a gift shop.
No, although they do have a guest book, And there was an American that wrote the guest book. Right. Okay, the context is you go through this museum, it's horrifying. You see first and second hand testimonials of people who've had their lives torn apart, people for for generations onwards too. There's deformities. It's really bad stuff, right? And then some American just wrote, "There's two sides to every story, USA." After seeing the whole museum. Also,
I've been to Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum in Israel, and that was like that.
Oh,
There was a Holocaust in Israel.
No, it was in Germany.
So why is there a museum in Israel?
Don't know. Weird. But it's the farm. But they had this thing. It was like a big. It was a big mountain of like baby shoes.
The same in Auschwitz, right? There's all the engagement and wedding rings all in one big pile. That touched me actually.
Did it?
Yeah.
Not as much
Because you'll never get married.
Yeah. You'd have to have it cut off your
Justin.
finger.
Darius just said, "I'm not going to find love."
I think you will. I don't think she's going to be all that, but I think you will.
You know what? I just got to interrupt here. Ollie surprisingly pulls fit women.
Yeah, if a little one-off, she ain't going to keep one.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just as surprised as you are.
Not as listen, what would you say are the main differences culturally between like the West and Japan? Especially, and what would you say in regards to, let's try and make this somewhat on track for our listeners with regards to the issues that this podcast usually deals with, i.e. woke stuff. Like, how is that in Japan? Is that shit happening? Does it happen?
Well, I don't really know what woke means, but if woke means,
it means.
If it means you're saying, if it means you're saying something different to what you actually think in order to kind of go along with like societal politeness.
It means ruining films.
Yeah,
by inserting diversity.
Yeah.
Creating new.
Well, actually, no. I mean, look, in that regard, Japan is very not woke. There was things like all the time. There's like a blackface scandal every couple of years. Some Japanese comedian will just do blackface, and then
is that a scandal in Japan?
Well, it's only a scandal because the West makes it, and this is the really
within Japan they do. No.
That's the thing. So I'll say this point. There's so many people find it really funny and genuinely don't understand the harm, and this sounds ridiculous, right? But I did learn what a microaggression was by living in Japan. I'm not saying I was ever the victim of racism, but I understand this idea.
They're good at all that micro stuff, aren't they?
But I understand this idea that
Micro-penis.
everything that you do is somehow shaped or coloured by the fact that you look different. And so even just like walking into a restaurant, like I kind of know what it feels like for people to just treat you differently just because you've walked in and you just look a bit different to all the other customers. I'm not saying that I was necessarily...
Well, how were you treated differently?
Well,
that's all you can eat buffet.
Extra large.
They were running like Godzilla just came in.
Extra large seat.
Fleeing. Oh!
No, but...
Stop it, Justin. That's racist.
But more just like them going, oh, we're not used to dealing with this kind of person. And then maybe overcorrecting. Maybe like, starting to speak to me...
Freak show, like a freak show.
So starting to speak to me in English, assuming that I won't speak Japanese. I guess that's fair enough. But, basically what I mean is like Japan is... When stuff like the blackface thing happens, I've got a friend called Baye McNeil, who's a black...
His name's what?
Baye.
Oh, I thought it was
bionic.
Baye McNeil.
Yeah.
He's a black American that's lived in Japan for a long time, married a Japanese woman. He writes books about this. He's been on my...
Is he like the Bill Bryson of Japan?
No, because he doesn't really talk about Japan. He talks about the black experience in Japan. And he basically... One of the things that he said is Japan starts to care about this stuff only when their perception abroad changes. So Japanese people, obviously, I'm generalizing here, but that seems to be what you do on the podcast.
That's cheeky.
Yeah, well, you can't. Hang on. Have your cake and eat it.
I mean this podcast, not this one.
Yeah, okay. Why is this for stay still?
Really odd, isn't it? But often a scandal only happens when foreign media picks it up, and then
so they worry about perception.
Then Japan reacts to it, right?
So I imagine that if I moved to Japan, emigrated to Japan, and had like 2, 3, 4 generations of children, do they do that thing where they're like, well, everyone on TV looks Japanese, we need to have a divert? Do they not have a quote?
Well, that's how I got work. So I got work by virtue of the fact that I was white, and that's fun to have a foreigner on the TV, right?
So it's still a novelty there.
100%. And they would like...
So they're not very diverse.
It's
not a diverse culture.
It's like 99.1% ethnically Asian, Japan.
And is it true that like tattoos are very frowned upon because of Yakuza?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, what's interesting in Japan is there are people like, there's the Zainichis, which is like the ethnically Koreans, but Japan for 2
So
or 3
do you
generations,
think this is...
they get discriminated against really
Why?
badly.
Do they look different?
Well, they claim... It's a bit like how people... they kind of Japanese passing. But some people claim, just like some people claim, oh, you can spot a G. You've heard that. It's not a very nice thing to say.
I haven't heard that.
I've never. What are you talking
What are
about?
we talking about, Ollie?
Yeah.
Is this some
Well,
upper
don't
class
bring your
racism?
bigotry in here.
Yeah, your anti-Semitism.
This is a bigotry-free zone.
Bigot. Yeah. Go on. Anyway, say
But
about
people, I've heard people say, oh, you can always spot the Zainichi, which of course is mad because the Japanese DNA itself is like half Chinese and half like Mongolian. And whatever.
Is their culture informed by the fact they're an island nation that's been attempted to be invaded but maybe resisted? Because I know
Yeah.
they say that about, is it Thailand or Philippines, never been conquered or somewhere. And they're
Philippines has. Why do you think
Thailand
why do you think there's so many Spanish-looking people? Philippines is
It's right here.
Philippines is full of people that look mixed,
Yeah, it has been
mixed
conquered.
race. And
All right, well,
ethnic,
there's
yeah,
somewhere
ambiguous.
hasn't.
England.
Is it Thailand? That's why they're into Thai boxing, the Warriors.
Has Thailand ever been? No, I don't think it has.
Yeah, it's Thailand I'm thinking of then.
What was the poon like in Japan?
It means vagina.
May I?
Yeah.
Is it true that they've got straight pubes?
What are you talking about?
I've just heard it on the grapevine. That's why they pixelate them, so people don't understand.
I didn't have many girlfriends in Japan.
Did you get any girls?
Yeah.
How? What happened? Tell us.
The thing is, I only really had 2 girlfriends. One
What was his name?
one was really odd, and I didn't realize how odd she was because this is the thing. Like when there's a language and a cultural barrier,
But you can
can't-
speak the language.
You can't. No, but at the time I couldn't because I just arrived.
How long did it take you to learn Japanese?
For the poon, you learnt for the poon.
I'd learnt it before I went there for 3 or 4 years, but learned how to read the characters and everything.
Yeah.
But to speak it took a good year, and a lot of that was because there's this very nice radio producer who basically got me this job on the radio, and every single week she'd go through the scripts and teach me how to do all the intonations and stuff. So I sounded more fluent than I was kind of playing catch up.
Blagged it.
Yeah,
Fake it till you make it.
100%. And like, there's loads of lessons from what I did in Japan, which I probably should be taking in like the British entertainment industry, which is like,
Such as.
well, they're looking for a very particular product, right? Like they don't really like. I was worried about my skill set, right? But they called me a reporter, right? But it was for a light entertainment show, so I wasn't really reporting. I didn't need to do
Not
much.
a journalist.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really need to get it right. All they cared about was the person in the studio could look fantastic because he was like the star. Right? He was,
I
like
thought you meant you then.
no, I was on like a roving reporter.
Roving reporter.
Yeah, and then
Sedentary reporter.
Placed
in locations.
and I guess the other thing is like TV producers will always be a hammer in search of a nail, and often, right, they would tell. So I remember Brexit, right? The Brexit vote happened while I was in the country, and I was out there doing.
So you didn't vote on Brexit?
I couldn't.
It's your fault.
I was out the country. I could have. I potentially could have done it by postal. I regret it. I really regret it. But I mean,
That would have made the difference.
well,
that
exactly.
one
What
vote.
difference would it have made? But I do remember I was the first 2 years I was in Japan. I was affiliated to a law faculty where I was doing a master's and teaching some stuff. And
You're listening to LinkedIn with Ollie Horn.
one of my main life goals is to never.
You're going to read your record of achievement out.
Ace does.
What about comedians on LinkedIn?
Are they them?
Are they?
I bet you get. I bet you get corporates that way. I've thought of doing that.
Of course you have.
Oh, I was about to mock them, but now actually I
It's a
think
good
that's
idea, yeah.
I don't do that.
But what I was going to say is they brought me into the studio with a script of what they wanted me to say. Like they'd made the package, and they needed these sound bites to finish their package. And it's like I know a bit about EU law because I was literally teaching it to Japanese people in a Japanese university.
Have they got different law then?
Yeah, Japanese got well. The Japanese legal system's really interesting actually because after the Meiji Restoration, so about 200 years ago. Oh, don't give me that.
I'm just. You might have to look up the word interesting in a fucking dictionary. No, go on, sorry.
Sorry that you're so repulsed by the idea of an education.
Go on and tell us about it. Tell us
That's
about
elitism, Ollie. That's that elitism that people don't like. There's people listening to this. I've got a degree, mate. I've got a degree.
I want to know about the Meiji level law.
He bought it from a guy at a
Oh,
pub.
I got it from a poly.
What was the Meiji level law?
Basically, Japan was like this country with like different rulers, different shoguns, right? And they kind of unified.
Yeah. Like tribal.
Yeah, shoguns, right? And so the capital moved to Tokyo. So Tokyo is called the East capital. Kyoto is the original capital, the ancient capital. And they basically sent scholars, right, all around Europe and America to like learn about the different legal systems. So Japanese legal system is really interesting if you're doing comparative law because they kind of tried to cherry pick the best bits from different legal systems. So their civil law, right, the law of like obligations, is basically taken from the German and French codes, more or less. So it's like they kind of took the best. So like, interesting, there's like Roman law in the Japanese legal system because they were like, we like this way of doing things. But their political system, they've got a bicameral parliament, and a lot of their procedure is borrowed straight from the UK. And so some of the constitutional stuff is from the UK. Criminals quite influenced by America. And
Why did they go the UK route instead of like the American route?
well, because at the time our parliament was seen as a bastion of like how to do things. And to be honest, our parliament was at the time probably a really great way of doing things. It's obviously not fit for purpose now in a modern society.
Do you want to hear my theory about why Japanese and German pornography so weird?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it's better conversation. But I think it's because they lost the war.
You know, we're gonna get a comment going, "Oh, I was just."
No, I don't think anyone was interested.
I
in
was
that.
interested in it.
I think it was kind of
Can't all,
interesting.
it can't all be just
Good.
Japanese.
Can't all be
tentacles.
entertaining.
Actually, also the Japanese, the Japanese Supreme Court has also. Oh, this to bring it back to to the podcast hot topic. It's been very in support of trans rights lately. Actually,
Good.
A lot of Japanese people have been.
Well,
quite
isn't
worried
it
about
like in Thailand? They think that trans is like a godlike.
Yeah, well, do you know, I heard something about Thailand that people talk about how Thailand it's like a big old punchline, right? That there's full of ladyboys,
Yeah.
right? Apparently, there's no greater proportion of transgender people in Thailand.
No, but I think they're more open because
That's the point.
Respected.
That's the point. It's just there's a place for them all to go. And so
Yeah.
you get people who would, in other countries, just be living in the countryside without a chance to express themselves. All of a sudden, they got a chance of earning way more money than they would do if they were working on a farm to surround themselves by a
And this is
community
where
of
we should
people.
study the suicide rate, because people here would go, trans people, the suicide rate's really high. I bet it isn't in Thailand where it's more accepted. So they're probably not
they're they're celebrated.
Yeah.
But I know I've also heard that I talked about this in my show that I've just done. That
Right, this is boring. Now.
no, this isn't boy. This isn't.
It
It's
was interesting before.
No, that a
Was
lot
it?
that
know, maybe.
a lot of the sex workers are
it's interesting
gender
again.
non-conforming, in that they will just live as men.
Have you fucked a sex worker?
I've not, no. But I
I reckon you have.
yeah, but I haven't.
I just know you have.
Yeah, but I haven't.
He
Yeah,
said,
but
yeah.
you're saying you have. Yeah, exactly. It's your word against mine.
Yeah. Maybe you have.
Well, we could investigate this, but
I don't think you go down that area of the world and don't. I've never been. That's what I'm going to add that. But if I did,
one thing I was friends with a lot of sex workers in Japan.
friends.
No, I really was.
Yeah, no, they're friendly people.
You were friends.
Yeah, no, but I had a girlfriend at the time, so it never even.
Why were you friends with sex workers?
Because they used to drink at a bar that was owned that like.
You were pimp owned.
No. What I mean.
we saw nonces in Thailand. Me and
Well, that's where
Liam.
they go.
Yeah,
That's
but
how we met.
we saw them in. we were in a bar and we just saw this like,
jumped in.
and the mum was there as well, definitely pimping out the son. Some old like guy from like America or something, just playing pool with this little kid. We didn't do anything about it, but
I think the pool.
We felt
It's the
bad.
fucking them I'm
It
against.
is awful.
like what? But you can't do
Yeah,
anything.
no, if
Like,
they-
what
No,
can
you can't do anything.
You're
They could
watching
rip
in
the cloth or something.
No, wait.
There are some.
you're
there are some
watching it
really
in-
nasty documentaries.
But you're
actually.
watching in that, and you think he's definitely a nonce. There's no reason why he's hanging out with like that kid.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But you can't. Like, what do you do? You
Well, you
can't
could shame him in that moment.
But
they're
how?
not-
What would
they're
you do?
not
Because
shame there.
you don't know. You suspect, right? Oh,
I
this is
reckon
a
you
nonce.
could take an innocent photograph and that might make him think.
Well, maybe. I mean, that-
What?
If you just took a photograph of the situation, that might make him think.
yeah,
What,
but we
show him a
didn't-
photo of himself?
No, I mean
What
just
fucking weirdo would do that.
no, as in then you go, oh look, he's like, why are you taking a picture of me? Oh, no reason.
Anyway, I
I'm
think
taking a picture of the kid.
you got competition.
I'm going to Photoshop his head onto a naked body. But no, I think Germany and Japan were so emasculated by losing the war. Their cultures are very buttoned down and structured and built on, predicated on manners and hierarchy. But their porn's deviant. And I think it's because they've been emasculated.
No, but Japan before what's happened to Japan is mad because they used to be one of the most brutal, vicious, merciless,
Oh
evil.
my! You wouldn't have wanted to be a Singaporean captured by the Japanese during the war.
They were the
Like,
worst.
Genuinely, that was worse than what was going on.
there was a bloke used to live around near my nan who got captured by the Japanese in the war, and they fucked him right up. He used to ride around a little woman's shopping bike, and half his head was gone.
Wait.
Like a fucking, they caved all his head in with a stick.
The Japanese, but what they used to be so evil, and now they've gone
Torture. They torture people.
because they can't be evil anymore. They've just gone mad and sell panties.
Do you know
and stuff.
bukkake's a traditional thing?
What do you mean?
Like when
true?
fishermen would go out fishing, they'd get the local whore and prostitute, sex worker, and they'd bury her in the sand up to her neck, and they'd all jizz in her face for good luck. And then I reckon that when Sony in the late of the 70s, 80s did a big deal, they was behind the scenes secretly hiring sex workers and doing bukkakes as a sort of celebration.
Okay, Google. Did Sony executives used to perform bukkake rituals in the 70s over sex workers?
If he said it, you would have challenged it. I'm offended. This is classism. I know that's true.
Can you shut up? Because you just.
I've got lived experience of living.
Yeah, let's all be quiet on a podcast while you.
Well,
Google
because
something.
you've confused Google now. Okay, Google. Did Sony executives in the 70s bukkake sex
Is
workers?
this a good podcast?
Might have made that bit up. No, it's terrible because I'm drunk.
Here are some results from a search.
It's in Japanese. I can't read it.
Let's have a look.
Tubbs will read it.
Right, Darius.
You're bullying. Yeah, Ollie, you're. I don't know.
I'm drunk.
From 1 pint.
Yeah, 7.5%. I was pissed last night and I've drunk it.
Well, how can that make you drunk from 1?
I feel drunk.
Well, there's another one.
It says Justin's a liar. That's what it says.
Justin's
Who
what?
fish? Well, I know that's true because someone said it once.
I think I feel a bit drunk now, actually.
From 1 beer.
Well, not drunk, but like a bit buzzed.
That's a half.
Yeah, but it helps.
But maybe Dunkerton's good. I don't like it though. It tastes like bacon.
It doesn't taste like bacon.
Anything that tastes like bacon's generally good, though.
Yeah, but it's not bacon. It tastes like that weird smoky taste.
I know what you mean. That artificial liquid smoke. Do you know
Yeah.
they make that. They make that as a byproduct of charcoal. They have big silos and they melt wood, burn wood down to make charcoal, and black tar comes out the bottom, and they tap it, and that's liquid smoke.
Yeah.
They put that in sausages and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
really?
but Adam
Gross, man.
Adam Ragusa did a video on this, and liquid smoke does taste indistinguishable from if you just put
Yeah, but it's
something in a smoker.
carcinogens, pure carcinogens.
Yeah, but so is smoking any foods. Like smoked bacon's a carcinogen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So what's your point?
Well-
I can't. There's certain things I can't eat anymore. After I had COVID, it changed my sense of taste, and it's gone back to normal more or less. But that one now, it just tastes really. I'm like, I can taste it too much.
It's too much umami. Is that a Japanese word?
That is a Japanese.
What does
word.
umami mean?
It means savoury.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, actually, it's really funny. There's loads of Japanese words which like people say are untranslatable. Like we used to have this running joke on my podcast where like they'd say there's no Japanese
Running.
There's no way of translating the Japanese word omotenashi, which the Japanese use all the time. It just means hospitality. But the Japanese believe that they're like so good at hospitality, they've got no one else can
Have they
do
got a Schadenfreude word? That's the best word ever.
What Schadenfreude?
Like taking pleasure in someone else's discomfort, which is my MO.
Basically, it's just what WhatsApp groups have become.
Yeah, but it's like, but how come no one's got a word for it apart from Germany? It's like it's such a ubiquitous thing. But maybe we're ashamed of it and we don't want to admit it's a
But
thing.
do you actually take pleasure from people doing badly?
Yeah. I'm so spiteful. Like, when people go, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if someone pushes in the bar, I wish, like, terrible things on them.
To be fair,
I'm vengeful.
Can I
the other day, someone was walking and he just stopped in front of
yeah,
me.
and you want to
And I
die.
went in the airport, and I was like, "You son of a! I want you
Get
to
cancer. Get fucking cancer.
And he was eating in the queue, and he was just. And I was like, "You
Well,
fucking."
that's what I was doing with popcorn.
No, but I could, and I was like, "This mother." And then we're waiting to board the plane. He turned around. It's such a nice day here. And he's really nice to me. I was like,
Yeah.
Too late. No, you're gone, bro.
You're a dead man.
You can't make up for this eating.
This is interesting.
And stopping.
I got some genuinely wonderful life advice from.
It's like, I remember when you were eating in my house the other day.
He nearly threw me out of the house because he goes, "You're eating cheese weird." I go,
That's
how cheese is like. How the fuck do you eat cheese?
I hate that noise. I hate it.
noise.
I hate it. I just hate it. I couldn't
I
stop.
can't make it crunchy. It's fucking cheese.
you can deep fry it. Darius,
That was overly. You've ruined the moment now, Justin.
I got some good advice from Joe Pasquale last
You
week.
can deep fry cheese.
What was the advice?
He says the reason I'm happy is he said I go out knowing that I'm going to have a couple of bad moments in my day, and when they happen, I can just check them off. And it was the way he put it was really nice. He went, I'm just going to.
Fucking simple. That's the thing a simpleton would say.
No, but I think you.
Innit?
No, but I think you.
I'm gonna go out.
No, but do you not think I've started writing a bit, and I don't think it's not going very well at the moment. But how I'd love to be thick, like
Oh, double C.
What's the bit?
Well, I don't really know what my in is yet, but basically, I want to fall in love, and I think to fall in love, you've got to be stupid. So, basically,
She has.
I'm just stupid.
no, but I'm trying to write a bit on like how much better life would be if I was thick, like properly colossally thick.
Is this a dig at me, mate? 'Cause
No, it's not.
this is bullying. You gotta be careful you don't cross that line into.
but-
This is banter. That is bullying.
No, but the thing about you is you.
Why would your life be better if you were colossally
It won't
thick?
be. Trust me, it won't be. It's
You'd have no money.
No,
You'd be on
so
the-
You
many
still
stu-
inherit the money. Is it?
I haven't gotten this. Fuck
You're
this.
fucking rich.
But the thing is, I'm actually not. I
You're demonstrably a cunt. No, you're.
Darius,
I feel that
I got no inheritance coming. I really
where'd
haven't.
it go? Where's it gone?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it, but I've literally.
You just brought it up on a podcast. You got to talk about
No,
it.
why? Well, you brought it up. You
didn't.
brought. Up,
I didn't.
you said I got inheritance.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I'd love that. I would love to have all of the benefits of all the things people accuse me of,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't.
Cholesterol. Oh, talking about cholesterol.
Hypertension.
I had an NHS health check today.
Oh yeah. Get
What was
us
his
into
name?
this.
It was actually by a German doctor, and she said, which is unbelievable, she said, I'm healthier now than when I last had one 2 years ago, and I was healthy then.
Because you didn't get vaccinated.
78 kilos, cholesterol 2.5.
What's that? I don't do kilos.
I don't know, 12.5 stone.
Right.
Cholesterol 2.5, LDL bad cholesterol under. Actually, I've got the results
Do you
here.
know what? We're all eating less carbs. Do you watch your carbs a bit more than you used to?
Maybe a little bit.
I ain't wearing
When I went to the doctors when I was fully into keto, and I was fucking well healthy, and I smoked, and I told her I smoked, and my chance of a sort of like, what do they say, like a cardiac episode, it was like 0.7.
Yeah,
I
that's what mine was
I was
today.
in really good shape.
I used to have a bit about. It's true. I went to a doctor. I had a load of test results. The doctor genuinely said,
Did he say open your mouth and say oink?
The doctor said to me,
I'll tell you what he said to me. He said these results are surprisingly good.
That's never good, man.
No, it's
No,
fine.
he's looked at you walking and gone,
Yeah, that's
right off.
That's the point.
Yeah. So what's this bit about being thick?
my blood sugar levels were low and my cholesterol has gone down. My heart's
Yeah,
gone
I
down.
think that's eating sugar. Less sugar.
Well, I think you know it is
You
because
just-
I haven't been. I've been fasting and stuff.
Yes, it's fasting. And
And I've
also,
stopped-
how are you getting on your stimulants?
I've taken no stimulants. I haven't had. Well, I've had
The bags under your eyes have gone a bit.
I drink. I don't drink. You know what it was when I was on Alvance.
You were a cunt. You were a bit.
It made me. I think it haggard me. It made me a bit too skinny,
you was
gaunt.
moody.
Yeah, maybe. It made me skinny and gaunt. So I'm not really drinking.
It's speed.
Yeah.
Speed.
So I'm not.
Speed people look skinny and
I've
gaunt
not had
and they're moody.
caffeine. Well, I've not had coffee for like a month properly. I had one last week because I was up at 5 a.m.
Why?
Because up at 5 a.m. I had
Did
to
it
do the coffee.
constipate you when you first came off coffee? Because I think I use coffee a lot as just to get myself.
But you
going
know
in the
what?
morning.
I've also been eating. So actually, I was gonna say I forgot to mention. You know, you said I can't eat and stuff. It's all ultra high processed food. The more like if you eat stuff like that, you want to eat more of it.
That is true.
Yeah, totally.
And the more
They
shit
put
you
shit
eat,
in it.
yeah, the more shit you eat. So I've been eating. I made this pie the other day, and I made it just from scratch. So like chicken, cut everything up, and I ate it, and you can't eat any more. You feel full up, and you don't want to eat.
Whole
you don't-
food's the way to go. Definitely.
If you
My
can eat
dad
that,
sent
and I
me a
feel
list,
like I'm,
actually.
I feel like I'm much. Like if I eat properly, my mood's better as well.
He
yeah,
yeah.
you spike and trough on processed food.
you got to. My dad sent me this list of.
But like spaghetti's bad.
Have you
for
heard the FODMAP?
No.
So he said, if you want to sort out your stools.
My,
as well.
but the point I was going to say about that,
Yeah.
my shits were much kind of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what in
yeah.
one go like a whistle.
I used to have kale smoothies, mate, and they come out like fucking
This-
rifle.
It's really interesting how unintuitive
Clean
this
as
is,
well.
right? So if you want to like feel energetic and to have your digestive system work for you, if you want to reset your gut microbiome, you got to have stuff which is low FODMAP, including so like
Yogurt.
Well,
I bet I can guess.
no, but this is really interesting. The stuff that's on it is stuff like broccoli, cabbage, carrots, celery, chickpeas, right? What's high that you shouldn't have? Garlic and onions, asparagus. So it's like you can have broccoli.
They're low fibre.
You can't have asparagus. Fruit, you can't have apples, can't have avocado, can't have mangoes, pears, can have kiwis, can have lemons and oranges. And then for meats,
I see this though. That I don't believe in. Yeah, probably.
but this is what this.
But I think if you're gonna go like that, then you need to stop eating popcorn and all that shit. Like if you once you're getting into that, then it's too much. But all I'm saying is, I stopped I was been eating pretty good, like not clean,
If you just ate if everything,
not clean but healthy.
everything you
or
ate
whole food.
didn't come out of a package, that's
Yeah.
a good rule of thumb. Just like if it does, I don't think like you buy meat in it's packaged.
No, but the
I
difference
mean like
is,
this, anything with ingredients.
no, the
in it.
difference is
Yeah.
like, well, actually, to be honest, this hasn't probably got many ingredients.
I bet-
This
I-
probably
check
is
it.
just
Yeah,
corn and oil.
It's all the artificial ones that fuck you up.
Let's check the ingredients.
This is maize, so yeah, corn,
Yeah.
sugar,
Yeah.
obviously, rapeseed oil, obviously, salt, and then an emulsifier.
See, what the fuck is the emulsifier?
Yeah.
It's
And
only
when
got,
do you- how
I'm
long do you
surprised
think-
it's not got that many ingredients.
How long
though.
do you think it is before we whitewash the word rapeseed? Do you think that everyone's going to go? Do you think they're gonna change?
Rapeseed's the best for frying, for making roast potatoes, isn't it?
Although,
No,
yeah,
duck
if you
fat, goose
if,
fat.
if,
Well,
you,
obviously, yeah.
if you make potatoes and chips like that way,
of
fine.
the oils, obviously you want to go
I don't eat seed oils.
duck fat. Or
Yeah, I
goose
heard
fat.
seed oils are bad. Why?
Seed oils were made for lubricating industrial equipment.
What are seed oil? Well, how is a seed oil bad? Is that like vegetable oil?
That is like you said about whatever you said it about. It's not squeezed like the apple. It's done with chemicals. So they put the
An
seeds-
enzyme.
They're done with. Well, actually, I think it's done with industrial chemicals. It's
Is
extracted.
there more in this now?
Yeah, I tipped some in there.
Oh,
'cause I did-
That's good.
So, but this is the most amazing cider in the world.
I'm,
It magically
I'm
refills up.
endorsing Dunkertons.
yeah, so I think it's done. They use some sort of thing that strips all the seed oils. Is bad for you. Seeds are bad for you.
No, I don't know about that. I
they
started
are.
taking iron as well.
Does it make you shit black?
No, just gives you a bit lower. Actually, I don't know. I don't actually stop and look at my shit.
Oh, I do. I stop and look at yours.
How do you do? But then you have to stand up before or after you wipe.
No, but
Well,
you can
you
look at the
sit
shit in the
there-
toilet.
How? Through your legs.
How?
You can stand. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's just standing up with a shitty ass.
Are you a sit-down wiper?
Yeah.
Are you a sit-down? Well,
We've
you sit
had
down
this-
everything.
We've had this discussion before.
Who has? I haven't. I haven't asked you how you wipe
I
your
haven't.
ass.
I haven't
That's
had
your
this
fantasy.
Yeah.
It's coming true, baby. How do you wipe your
Everyone's a shit down wiper. That's the
ass?
normal.
Shit down.
A sit down.
I
shit.
stand.
Well, that's weird.
No, it's not weird.
I used
I
to
think it's
stand when I
fine
was
to
a kid.
stand.
You what?
I think it is fine to stand.
It's fine to stand.
Let us know if you're a sit down
If
or a
you sit
stand
down,
up
wipe-
shit
But you
wiper.
don't think, isn't this one of those things
Mate,
where
if you sit down and wipe, you've got to go back to front, and you risk getting shit on the underside of your nutsack.
Back to front.
You got to go back to front. You can't wipe your ass sitting down.
Why?
Oh, you do like that?
Yeah,
you
like
do
a woman.
side saddle.
Well, how do you meant to do it?
I thought you'd gone between your legs. I stand up
Is
like
there
a
even-
man.
Who wipes their ass from between their
I
legs?
Hey, I'm so manly. I shit standing up. I don't even sit down, mate.
what if your dick's in the way?
Well, it ain't. He knows it ain't.
That's the other good thing about Japan. The-
What?
The
This is
toilet.
racist.
The
Are you going to say
toilet.
something about their dicks?
He's
No.
going to say something about
What
the
are you
toilet.
going to say? They've all got small
I
dicks?
I went so you know, I was trying to buy a flat in Bristol. The main thing I wanted the electricians to do, they were like, "Where do you want your sockets?" All this. I went,
It's to install a kebab thing.
Darius.
That was quite original. That one was all right.
No, but he just said the word thing. If he actually said rotisserie or something, that'd be funnier.
He's right. That would have been funnier.
I think kebab thing is more on brand for my style of comedy.
But it,
I don't want to look too intelligent.
obviously, Ollie does know the correct terminology for a kebab thing.
I bet there probably is a specific word. Actually, one of my
The vertical rotisserie.
one
I've got one.
one of my reporters in Japan was finding out what because I came up with the ideas myself often I just didn't do it till the day. Was finding out the names of the different buns in McDonald's. You know when you have a Big Mac.
Don't they have like black buns and stuff in Japan?
Yeah, they do. But like they call it the crown, the heel, and I was trying to find out what do they call the middle bun.
Despite my new healthy eating, I did have the new McDonald's Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, I've been
Good.
waiting
Looks
to have
good.
that.
They all look good.
Well, I can confirm it's one of the few. You know, you see the advert for Big
Yeah,
Tasty.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, nah, that's not appealing. I tasted
Often
that,
the bread lets it down.
and that was it. Well, it was a good one.
Sometimes I think with McDonald's burgers as well, I've realised this. The reason they're not nice is they're not hot enough. Because I watched a video on how they're made, and I appreciate,
Algorithm helping you out there, mate.
right? But what they do is they cook them on a grill, and then they put them in warm storage, right? Like in trays. So when they make the burger, they pull it out of a tray. So they don't make the burger straight away. They
Really? It's
Yeah.
not freshly made in McDonald's. I thought it was gourmet shit to order.
no, but you know, like if you go
Remember
to
when McDonald's did make that gourmet burger a few years
But
ago?
also, do you remember McDonald's? You could go in and get a burger. Do you remember McDonald's used to be? The burgers were just there. Like they're just cheeseburgers
on
on, a
the
fucking
little chute.
On a little chute, exactly. But now, I mean, who is it? That's got, Sean Walsh has got a brilliant bit on this. He says, you walk into a McDonald's now, it's like you're at Heathrow Terminal 5. Just looking at a bunch of screens. It is true.
No, the trouble.
Takes
No.
forever.
The trouble with McDonald's, it was fuck McDonald's up is these delivery just eat people.
Oh, no, they
you
fixed
cannot
that
go
now.
in there now. They're fucking everywhere.
There's now, you can't see the fucking... can't say they're everywhere these days.
Why not?
Delivery drivers, you can be racist towards them.
That's not race. That's not a race. It's a job.
Exactly. That's why you can be racist towards them. Jobbist.
But they've got
I hate fucking delivery.
they've got separate sections now.
Do they?
They still fuck it up, and it takes too long. Did you know the?
But I just don't think McDonald's burgers. If you have like
McDonald's
hack-
isn't that nice.
It
life
really
hack.
isn't.
Life
Chips
hack.
are, though.
Life hack, and it's probably easy. Everyone knows it. You have to go the minute it switches from breakfast. It's all fresh.
oh, I'm there. Do you know
You
someone?
get the selects the minute like 11:01.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
fucking just been cooked.
Oh,
What is?
perfect.
Everything. 'Cause you
chicken
think
selects
They
11
stopped
a.m.
doing their breakfast.
I think
best of both
I think
worlds.
they collect that. They cook them now on spec, really, or they're not as.
No, they hold them. That's my point. So I reckon that Philly one, right?
Hmm.
If you get it such that they've just cooked the burgers, I bet it's delicious. But if those have been sat for even like 20 minutes, I don't think it's going to be the same.
Am I dreaming that the fucking selects are properly suffered from shrinkflation?
I think you might be right.
They've got
I never-
fucking little, man.
Also,
never had
nuggets have got
chicken.
so expensive.
They've gone from like that to that.
Do you know about the hack that the
In the last 2 weeks.
the wrap of the day includes 2 selects and it's
Yeah.
$1.99 and 2 selects.
You can't buy 2 selects. You buy 3 or 5, Ollie.
Yeah, but someone did the maths. I saw a TikTok. And this is so,
Algorithm.
this
You're
is
just
so
encouraging,
exposing.
Ollie.
Anyway, I was talking about not having to wipe your ass in Japan.
Oh yeah, yeah. yeah.
No, tell us
There's
what
someone
happened
that
in the
does
I've
toilet.
not had a more clean period of my life. I would,
Period.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
what-
Wait, tell me about the chicken selects hack.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically, you can just buy a wrap of the day
Yeah.
for $1.99.
Only on that day though.
Yeah, and then you remove on the screen, remove the wrap, remove everything. So you just get 2 chicken selects in a box, and that's cheaper than buying 3 or 5 chicken selects.
But why only on that day?
Because it's
'Cause
only
wrap of the
$1.99 for the wrap of the day. Otherwise, it's like $4.29 for a wrap or something like that.
It's a different wrap every day. Some days.
Oh,
some
but it's not
days-
always with chicken select.
Oh, it actually might be. Don't you?
No, I
grill
think there's one
chicken?
that's grilled. Yeah,
Yeah, shit. Get
Well, that-
fucking
that's
grilled
actually
up.
healthy.
the
No, it's
bacon's
that-
rubbish.
No, it ain't because they've
Ultra high
drawn lines on with that liquid smoke. You know they got them grill lines. It ain't a
Yeah.
fucking grill line. That's
Yeah.
camouflage.
That's the thing, man. I'm just trying to eat proper food.
Yeah,
But you had the McDonald's.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
but he
weekend.
said that.
But you know what? It is so.
Like the thing is, if you,
It
but
is
if you
so hard
don't,
gigging and
but
not
if you
eating
if you say I'm not eating anything ever, all
No,
that
it's
happens
terrible
is then you like.
Do you know what? That is why keto does work in that. You know that you said when you're gigging, it's hard to eat well. If you just steer well clear of carbs and sugar, which you can, so you have pork scratchings or nuts or pepperoni.
I've been doing that.
You can get lean and get in good shape, but keto fucked my ass up. You know when I couldn't come down
So
the other week?
I'm been eating like healthy, but if I'm on a snack, I'll get like
protein.
keto
fat and
snack,
protein.
like
Yeah.
chorizo
I think
or something like that.
I think sugar is just the devil. Like just
Yeah.
avoid. I mean, I'm drinking fucking cider, which is full of it. But like, if you're
It's
eating
apple juice.
yeah, but it's full of sugar, mate. Sugar. Don't matter where it comes from. This is the other myth.
I don't have
So
any
what's
sugar in
happened
any
with
hot
your
drinks
keto
now.
now? Because it's
Oh, I got bad fucking. I've got like
you sent me a picture of your hemorrhoids.
oh
It's
no,
disgusting.
man,
Show me.
that was a bit too keen, Ollie.
But actually, a picture. It looked
No,
like
no.
a
But
bloody
I
rag.
had a rupture. I was meant to come down. I was meant to come down here for the. You know when I said I can't come, I'll tell you why later.
Yeah.
I had a hemorrhoid rupture, and it was fucking pissing of blood. And I phoned the doctor, and they go, "Don't go anywhere. If it doesn't stop in about 3 or 4 hours, you're gonna have to go to hospital." That's why I couldn't come down and do that other week.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's like, and I think that's from being on keto for like 5-6 years.
So you
No
need,
fibre,
You
no-
need the fiber, man.
You do.
You need a mixed diet. I think
you
you need
do.
to be you need to be considerate of what you're eating. And the thing is, it's so easy now. Like when we were growing up, like you would still eat shit, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now.
Now it's
like
terrible.
like now you going like one, you didn't have a disposable income. So my parents would never buy me like crisps or something, be like a treat, right? So you never get it, and then we'll never have biscuits in the house. But now you'll be in McDonald's or in Tesco's or something, and
Do you know?
oh, fuck it, I can't bother
Mate,
to
when
go
I was
for-
young, sweets were things.
That's
that
a
were
long
in
time
shop.
ago because you're old.
It was sweets were in a
He made-
shop.
that's a warning, Ollie.
That was fucking
That was
mean.
vicious
That was actually
That
quite
was-
mean.
and uncalled for.
And
I
what-
don't like age discrimination on the
Yeah.
podcast.
And what, have you
Ollie.
been working on a flux capacitor? Are you not going to? Oh, actually, you're not going to age. You'll be dead before that. But you go
yeah.
to the sweet shop, and sweets were like a penny each. Now sweets are big, massive bags of Haribo in the kitchen cupboard. Sweets were things you had to go and buy sweets. You didn't used to have them in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like a go out and get them.
But also, like when you're in Tesco's now, it's just right there, 2 for 1. Like, and it's
Massive.
cheaper, and even not even just sweets and crisps. Like, to eat cheaply now, you just get them. It's like, oh, get 2 meals for £3 or something, you know, or 2 for £5 or whatever the meal deal the thing is. So it's just you're like, oh, that's
You gotta
cheaper
buy
and
two.
easier, more convenient than getting thingy.
That meal deal bit, I added a new line, which is the meal deal is such a good deal. We forget it's not even a meal, and like it gets a laugh because it's not a meal, right? What we're eating in a meal deal, the sandwich, the crisps, and the drink, there's basically no nutrients in there. Like the bread is processed within an inch of its life. If there's any protein, it's from a little slither of chicken. Like, you know, you're not, even if you're eating apples in the meal deal or whatever, it's not.
Is all your set about food?
A lot of it is.
Yeah.
But you know, right about what you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point
the
I
rest of
was
it about getting out of breath.
No,
The point I was gonna make
observation I had to slut drop on stage the other night. It really got me out of breath. The observation I had when I was doing these gigs in Vienna, right? I went to the
Viennese Wells.
That's a warning, Justin. That's a warning. But you were called him old first. So you
Viennetta.
deserved that. You've been incessantly bullying him about his age.
And before we started rolling, it was quite mean.
Go on anyway. Say about happened in Vienna.
So I went to the
Got a
main.
sausage.
I don't give a fuck. You're looking at the wrong blokes.
Justin encourages
Let me just appeal to the viewer.
the viewer. Hi, viewers.
I've got to say, I'm fucking cunted. Do you feel a bit drunk?
As I said,
And you're a big man.
Darius.
Big man's all right.
Big man's all right.
I didn't say fat. I said
Your
big.
penis is very big. And my penis is very small.
Quite drunk. Don't mind admitting.
Darius, have another beer. I dare you. I dare you. You have to now.
I'm watching I want to get a 6-pack. I was disgusted. I got
I
a
made
man.
Darius not have popcorn by saying, imagine you with 10% more body fat, and then that stopped him from having popcorn.
Is there any more in there? Yeah, boy.
Let me tell you about Vienna.
Yeah.
Go on then.
So I went to the main train station to get a bus.
I just want to point out.
That's
What
Ollie's.
look at this fucking bag.
Do you know it's because you stole my bag? I
Yeah,
wouldn't have had
but
to use
why?
that.
Hey, can we
What
get into the
grown man? Actually, you are from Bristol. This looks like the bag
Yeah,
of someone who's
that
from
is a
fucking
Bristol bag.
I actually think that's French.
That is such.
I
That's
got it in
even
a
worse.
French, yeah.
That's even worse. You want to
That's
make
a-
far? Look
That's
at
a man.
Zitalo.
That's a man what's had a pistachio ice cream.
Zitalo.
I don't vanilla, it's the best
Où
flavour.
est le organic market? I want to organic.
Yeah, I asked you where my bag was. You went, I've stolen it. I went, very well.
Yeah. I saw
Very
it.
well.
Very well.
Very well.
Very well.
What are you fucking Dickens?
Right.
Anyway, what were we talking
The
about?
only Dickens is in you.
That's again, Ollie. Stop.
mean.
And that's
That
that's
can hurt
borderline.
someone's feeling, and
It's homophobic,
you're insinuating I'm homosexual.
which is fine.
That's
Which is
fine.
fine,
Nothing
and-
wrong with that.
Well, that's how he got his hemorrhoids.
But I had to get someone
Surely-
to poke them back up.
Maybe having anal sex prevents you getting hemorrhoids.
I think anal sex is because it can be bad for your anus over the long term. It's true. I used to work at Transport for London, and it was the most. Man, I just want to say, Transport for
I've
London.
still not talked about Vienna, but we'll get there.
I hated Transport for London, right? But I worked there, and they were like progressive before progressive was a thing. Everyone was gay, right? Except for me, but I probably just didn't know yet. Anyway, so that's what they probably thought. He just doesn't know yet.
Whoever writes those things on the
Anyway,
whiteboard's fucking.
So, but this was like, so this is.
Say it
I'd
maybe.
never seen like so many gay people in one place, right?
That wasn't on the internet.
Well, yeah, I was just come out of university, I was
Apart
like,
from your
and
flat.
everyone with the fag zone, and everyone was
You can't say that.
my flat's called the fag
You
zone.
can't say that.
It's called the fag zone.
You're not allowed to say that.
Well, I'll put the back. If I remember, I'm gonna put up the welcoming picture to my flat.
That's got your address on it. You can't.
Not in the picture on the.
Yeah, it does. It actually
it?
says the address on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Carl was about to put it online. I went, you shouldn't do that.
Well, I'll put.
I was going to get him a neon sign.
Well,
made.
I'll make. See,
That'd be
maybe
nice.
I can see if I can send the fag zone to that one.
off.
No, I'm repurposing the word for my.
I don't think you
people.
can do it on behalf of a different subject.
No, it's from. Oh, so you're saying I'm not gay?
Are you saying you are?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I'm in the fag zone. Have you got a picture of the fag zone?
You have.
I haven't got the one. He's looking for one with.
Just
oh,
no, just the logo.
I don't have it.
You must have it.
Have you got
It's-
a logo
the
for
one
your
you're
flat?
the one you're talking about is on my laptop.
Oh, fag zone.
And there's a picture of Carl naked in front of it.
No, not that. Doesn't have to be that one. Well, that
What
one
is
was-
going on in your flat, bro?
Darius, this might be a little reality check.
Yeah, man. I think that you're going too deep.
What?
You're too involved in the bit. You've committed too much. We were fucking each other up the arse because it's so funny.
Yeah, it was fine. It's just a joke. It was just a joke. Is that gay? What, is gay sex gay?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And if you're actually gay, it's fine. If you're not, it's assault. I don't know what it is.
What if it's... No, it's the fag zone. Well, I can't find a picture of the fag zone. Quickly, what's going on this week? You got any gigs worth of note?
Let's start the podcast.
Yeah, I've got. I'm in York Saturday.
What are you doing in York?
Well, this is coming out on Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm closing LOL in York, and
Is that still not resolved?
I don't know. But Friday I'm in
Well, Friday they won't be too
Milton
late anyway.
Keynes. Oh, tonight I'm in Milton Keynes at Comedy Cow.
Tell you where I am.
Where?
Hootenannies.
On this weekend?
Yeah.
Again, yeah. One club,
Hopefully
man.
It's good. It's all right. Is it?
It's good, fine, yes.
Have they got the logo?
What did
yet?
you say?
I didn't say anything,
Did
mate.
you say one club man?
Well, I'm saying
That's not even a...
your mate's doing you a favour by putting you on. That's fine. It sort of looks like a career, doesn't it? It's a favour.
Justin's being mean.
No.
I think you're being mean.
I am, yeah. Because you
The
remember...
fag zone.
So if you're near Edinburgh, there's a new comedy club that's opened about a couple of months ago. And
Called
it is,
Hootenanny.
and it is
by Toll
actually, it is
Cross.
actually
Nice.
good.
I'm sure it. Don't say it like that. I'm sure.
No, but
Great.
it is like they're putting so much effort in, and they are booking brilliant acts, and also me.
Oh, you're a brilliant act.
Thank you. Also,
Stop lying.
I've just got an email.
Yeah.
The reason I'm now annoyed is,
Why?
the stand is just impenetrable.
Why?
Because
I played a stand.
yeah.
I understand.
Well, anyway,
Even Justin's done it.
I'll close it.
I made the big mistake of trying to get in through Red Raw rather than just saying,
Oh,
book
no.
me. And so now I'm just in this perpetual loop.
Yeah.
And my agent has got an email from them saying, I have the show report. from the-
Ollie's got an agent. That is a big little
I have
humble
the
brag.
show report from the venue staff, and Ollie's set sounded like it went well. I was the only one that was good, really.
Yeah.
I went,
So what does that mean?
The comment said it fitted into a Red Raw it fitted into a Red Raw night, so I'm unsure how his material would go down on the weekend with us. I obviously ran a bunch of new stuff because why would I? What else would I do if I just had 5 minutes?
Well, if it was the
5
show,
minutes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
I couldn't do 5 minutes.
if you're
now.
doing that to get other spots.
I'd already done 5 minutes of actual material.
Yeah, but if you're doing that to, this is actually, if you're there to get more spots, you should have just done your set. You shouldn't start going rogue.
I haven't got
No.
5 minutes set.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
should
no
have
one
done your
does.
best 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes of
You just
gold.
do 5
You
minutes
must
from
have
the
5
middle of the
minutes of
set.
jokes. You must have 5.
Yeah, of course.
You got 5. Bit of audience work, pad it out. You must have. You must have been able to do 5.
No, that's the thing. I did crowd work because What? No, I did. I mean, some German guy responded to me saying, "I just come back from gigs. I literally just come back from doing these gigs in Germany." So that's what I just said. I just come back from doing some gigs in Germany. And this guy reacted to this. So I spent the rest of the set kind of talking to him. Obviously, it's funny, but
Obviously.
ridiculous. No, but it's ridiculous.
Actually, it's right that you're in that chair because they won't book Leo either.
Oh right, yeah, fair enough.
They've
But
never- I lied, I've never done
they
so.
won't book Leo because,
just say,
because
Phil,
he's
just-
racist. They won't book you because you're shit.
No, it's not because I'm shit. Obviously, it went fine. It's just
Not
one of those
because
things.
Leo's racist either. That was a mistake. It's because he's
Can I just
problematic.
say,
Do you not
I
find
was
it's
trying to joke.
ridiculous
I've never
that
done stand.
I'm doing.
I don't want to.
I've done the stand, and so is Nico. We just did it last week.
He did his tour show there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier to book in a tour show than it is a 20. Mad, really. But obviously, Nico would be booked for 20s. But this is the mad thing, right? It's not like I don't have a club 20. I do it all the time. I'll piss off. You book me for it.
That don't mean shit, mate.
Just because Justin Butchie doesn't mean it's.
That's a low
That's
bar.
my main credit. That's what I'm leading with. I'm booked by Justin Panks. Just a ton.
Ain't actually me either. Ain't me. I just help out.
Or whatever. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, what's the point? And also,
Doing 5's silly.
it really is a bit demeaning.
Yeah,
They want to know.
I don't think you can showcase anything. 5 is what you do at an open mic. I did a 5 last Wednesday. I phoned up this promoter in Norwich. I said, it was on the Wednesday. I said, I know you run an open mic night tonight. I said, can I come and do some new stuff? He goes, I'll put you down for a 10. I said, actually, put me down for a 5. Because when you do a 10, you put in 5 of established. I just wanted to do new stuff. I didn't want to do the 10 and sort of like pad it out with old stuff. So I went and it was fucking horrific. It's so difficult to do 5.
Honestly,
and it goes like, even doing new stuff, it went like that.
And the other thing is, something I have realised is, say you get into a really interesting bit with the crowd, right? Say you start a riff.
About food or something, yeah.
That's a warning. One more time, Justin. It's a warning.
But say you start a riff and there's and then there's a deadline. You don't necessarily have time to kind of create a payoff.
You can't say hello and goodbye in 5 minutes. It's so short now.
Actually, if you want to,
Do
you want to know that
an hour flies by for me now. I really feel like at the end of
I
it,
can make an hour.
Because you're in dog years, prof.
I can make an hour go long.
Yeah.
didn't you get a complaint that your hour's 40 minutes?
No, I got a complaint. What does the complaint say?
I think it said that you did 40 minutes.
It said you're the soil.
And you explained to the audience they'd been ripped off.
Yeah. I was drunk. I was hungover. I was tired. Actually, they hadn't been ripped off. My flyer this year, my show was called Charmingly Offensive. And I literally said on the back, I will rip you off. Come into my shop. I'll rip you off. I'll be charmingly offensive. Most days I'll be good. But 1 out of 10 of those days, I'm going to be terrible. And that bitch came on the day I was terrible.
Did you just call a woman a bitch?
It was a man.
Oh, he's progressive. He is actually.
Listen, on that note, let's should we call it?
Should we start the podcast? That was a good Patreon.
We should record the Patreon now. Listen, if you are listening to this, like and subscribe. Please leave a review.
登録といいねよろしくお願いします。
私可愛いです。And also, if you've got the money,
Stop tapping your mic.
If you've got the money, you've got the means.
That's like my first podcast.
Is that? Can you hear that?
Obviously.
Sign up to our Patreon and use the code 3SP on highpoint.care for all your CBD needs. And Justin is...
Can I just say, that stuff is fucking awesome. Actually works. I have tried CBD to my shame. When I first saw it, I tried it at Holland Barrett.
Rubbish.
The drops taste like not grass, like weed. I mean like fucking grass, like from
really?
Like when someone had cut the grass. And then I tried it. I got it for fucking Savers. And I was like, CBD shit, it actually does work. It genuinely works.
What are you taking it for?
I'm taking it at bedtime.
Wait, save that thought. We'll discuss that on the Patreon. Highpoint.care. Use code 3SP, 10% off all your CBD needs. Like and subscribe. Join our Patreon. Ollie, you playing anywhere on Saturday night?
Saturday night at Hootenannies.
He's in Hootenannies, Edinburgh.
If you're in London, Top Secret Work in Progress on the 14th.
Top Secret Work in Progress on the 14th. And then I am Saturday night, Fuzzy Bear, Windsor. Thank you so much. Bye!